What's up, everybody? Great to have you back. Broadway has announced that they're shutting down until May of 2021. What does the economic impact of that look like? I'll tell you, the numbers are pretty ridiculous. Let's go. Oh, hey there. My name is Sweet Deat, and thank you so much for coming to my channel and finding my little place on the interwebs. On this channel, I like to talk about everything that's current and happening in the music business that might affect you. I also talk a little bit about business, and I talk a little bit about finance and strategy and the occasional guitar lesson too, which that's going to increase at some point. Sorry for the anemic guitar player videos at this point. Anyway, if this is your first time here, I want you to not subscribe. Wait, did I just say that? Yes, I just said that. And then if you do decide to like the video and subscribe after you watch a few minutes of it, that's cool. If this is like your second time here or your third time or your fifth time here and you still have not liked and subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? I just want to make your life better. Speaking of the opposite of people's lives getting better, let's talk about Broadway. I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now, this is a bloodbath of numbers, and you're not going to like it if you're involved in the Broadway community at all. That said, it is rather revealing about how crazy this pandemic has totally ruined the music industry short term. So let's get into it, shall we? The initial shutdown for Broadway happened back in March. I believe it was around the 12th of this year, and the Governor Cuomo came in and said, hey, listen, we're not doing this anymore. It's too unsafe, people being close together, not masked, we got to shut this thing down. And probably rightfully so. At the time, we just didn't know what we were dealing with or what we were getting into. Shutting down seemed like the right move. It was just, let's just wait till April before we do anything. And then it was June, and then it was the fall, and now here we are in October, and they're already announcing they're not going to open until May of next year. By far the largest jump that they've made so far. This means that for the first time in who knows how long, Broadway will be closed for an entire year. So, how bad are the numbers? I'll tell you about it. Approximately 97,000 people are involved in the Broadway industry alone. So this isn't talking about all the rural theaters you'd like to go to or any of the other theaters across the world or globe or whatever. This is just in New York City. The economic impact is $14.8 billion. Now remember, New York was initially hit really hard by the pandemic. They had like 11,000 cases reported in early April per day. And eventually now that's dropped from down to like 1% or so. From that large number, it's decreased to basically less than 1% of the population in New York City per day, which is good. And obviously, if they were to even open right now anyway, attendance would be so low based on fear and consumer lack of confidence that they would be really spending more money than they'd be making, and that's not a good business model. I don't understand all the answers to the questions. I don't. I'm not an epidemiologist. I'm not any sort of disease or virus expert. I am not a doctor. I'm a guitarist, Jim, not a doctor. But if you want your performing arts to come back and you want to go back and enjoy concert experiences without putting people's health at risk, it might be time for all of you to be wearing a mask, and also consider, if you want to go back to a concert, that wearing a mask in the interim might be the only way you get to do so. The faster we all figure out how to come together and do this collectively in a safe way, the faster I and all of my friends can get back to work. Okay, rant over. That's a lot of money, folks. 14 point blah, blah, blah billion dollars lost because of this pandemic, just in New York City alone. Pretty insane. And I just want to give it up to all my musicians and everybody involved in the music theater community. Keep holding strong. We love you. And if you're the general public that still has a 9-to-5 job, consider finding an artist to donate and subscribe to and give money to to help them continue to pay the bills doing their art, just like they did before this pandemic that they had absolutely nothing to do with. They make the world a better place, and they make the music or the art that is the soundtrack or the visual of your life, so to speak. And it would be really cool if you would find a way to support someone. So do that if you're out there. Means a lot. I would not be doing my good friend duty if I did not make this week's artist of the day my friend, drum roll. My good friend Karlyehayes has released her first solo record. It's all lo-fi and low budget, she says, and kind of quirky, kind of indie, kind of acoustic, kind of soft, sort of romantic, and kind of dark. So if any of those things apply to you, you might check out her record. It's pretty cool. She's been dropping all these really cool things on her Instagram, so I'll probably link that in the description below, just so that you can see kind of what she's up to. That's it for today. I'm Sweet Deat. You're my new friend. Hit the subscribe button. Consider liking the page and the post, and so it helps the YouTube algorithm. Sound good? Great. Awesome. See you next time. All right.